Well, welcome to Anxiety Simplified podcast. I'm Joanne Williams, and we're here to share some compelling strategies I've used in my practice as a 30-year mental health professional with my clients with success that I hope will help you and make your life just a little easier, have less anxiety and more confidence, and bringing this right into your own home. So sit back and listen, and please use these strategies that I hope will really help. Summary of today's podcast is how to use superstitions for your success and how the Super Bowl quarterbacks, Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes, use superstitions in every game. Why do we have superstitions? And the reason why they do work, we believe they work. And what are some superstitions that Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes do use every game? As rational as we are as people, we do seem to believe that all things must remain constant to get the same result as some of the most popular superstitions in sports seem to be used, like in the Super Bowl. Even Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes have their own rituals and using objects to have things remain constant. Even as rational people, we might have a favorite thing we imagine will bring us luck. Yet, Albert Einstein said that insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Then are using superstitions or rituals that are done over and over again, expecting the same result. Sanity. Or can we really see benefits that beliefs have strong power? One of Tiger Woods' quote, "My mind is my biggest asset." Did you ever have a lucky rabbit's foot as a child? I remember having one that my grandfather gave to me, and I'm sure he spun a wild tale about it and how if I kept it with me, nothing bad could happen to me. And then nothing did happen bad to me that week. So I gave the power to the rabbit's foot as the reason. So why wouldn't we believe in the power of an object? There is a placebo effect in research, in medication effectiveness, that there is an efficacy that must reach higher level than the group that was given the sugar pill. To show that the medicine works, it has to be better than the imagined belief in the control group in a sugar pill. We all know people who have rituals that they do over and over again that really does bring them some control or comfort to make them feel or make things feel more predictable. Driving the same way every day to work, that maybe helps us so we don't have to think so much. We do like things to stay the same, but is that reasonable or even possible? Or I could even mention about obsessive compulsive disorder. It lowers people's anxiety when they have this urge to make things straight or in a certain order when they see it not in order, or checking the door 3 times before they leave. It calms their anxiety. Is that the same for superstitions? Well, here are some of the most popular superstitions in team sports. Wearing the same jersey, t-shirt, beanie, cap, pajamas, poncho to the game for luck. And some people don't even wash the pajamas or socks or blanket. Or some people don't even wash them for the entire season, afraid they'll wash off or away the team's luck. How about wearing a certain color, number, wearing a team cap in a certain way, cap forward, cap backwards, or some flip the cap lid up, forward, backwards, depending on the team is ahead or behind at the time. For other people, watching a game alone is a must so they can, just focus on the game. I kind of do that a little bit so I don't feel interrupted or I can't see or hear, but I wouldn't call that a superstition. Some people pray, those that aren't even religious. Some teams won't shave for the entire playoffs. The list goes on and on about rituals that fans feel they must do to avoid a catastrophe for their team. Another interesting a superstition that's after the game has been played has to do with the stock market. It is believed that if an NFC team wins, the market and economy will be better off during the year. Will you use some kind of superstitions mentioned above, like wearing the same unwashed socks from the winning season, or not shaving before the Super Bowl or a big game? Sorry. Um, I don't do any of those things. I never really thought about them, but I do like a good game. Since I do live in the Tampa Bay area, I love Tom Brady, and I obviously am jaded. Even if I love watching a young quarterback who is making history in front of our eyes like Patrick Mahomes. My theory on superstitions is that it gives us a sense of inclusion in the game and a sense of control over the uncontrollable. And bigger than that, I think we can understand that success is developing habits that will endure to help us to be more successful. Look at Tom Brady, what he's done. Going into the 2000 NFL draft, no one expected great things from Tom Brady. The Patriots selected him 199th overall pick. But that quarterback, he says he willed himself to success. He started his rookie year as the fourth quarterback on the depth chart, but the same way he had done it in Michigan. He worked his way into the backup role, and when Drew Bledsoe, which I never heard of, went down at the start of the 2001 season, Brady was the next man up, and he has changed NFL history forever. Talking about the GOAT, the GOAT, the greatest of all times quarterback. Was this luck? Since that first appearance, Brady has led the New York Patriots to 6 Super Bowl titles, now the 7th with the Buccaneers, Tampa Buccaneers. He has been the MPV, the most valuable player, for 4 out of those 6 games. And he has virtually done everything you can on the football field. Is Tom Brady's success luck, superstition, or hard work? Throughout his football career, Tom Brady has never been the most physically gifted quarterback. He doesn't run. A great deal of his success stems from his willingness to work hard and refusal to do anything less than the best. He's a vegan, and in his diet book, he gives part of his success actually to his diet and why he is the oldest quarterback in the league. He gives to his diet. But even he has one lucky charm. Despite the advances of technology, Brady refuses to change his shoulder pads. His current shoulder pad pair actually dates back to his time in Michigan. He says, I've worn them for 25 years, he explained on Quick Slant podcast. They've gotten reconditioned a little bit, but I think once you find something you like, you kind of stick with it. I've always kind of liked the way they felt, the shape of them. People have tried to put me in other ones, but they just didn't work. For this quarterback, the familiarity means that he doesn't have to think about anything besides his passes. I've been wearing the same thing, forever, he says. You get used to one thing, one feel. Given his success, nobody blames him. 1 year ago, Patrick Mahomes was one of many quarterback prospects forced to endure endless array of visits, drills, off-season activities in the hope of being drafted into the NFL. He was poked and prodded and timed and measured and investigated and interviewed. In the end, the Kansas City Chiefs liked what they saw enough to trade up for him, for the Texas Tech phenom we know today. He was asked about his emotions from last year. And this year, you have to make yourself sure you're ready at any point in time. He said, this year is so much more relaxed. I get to enjoy things much more compared to before, where you're just trying to get drafted. You're just trying to get your draft stock up. And it was all about business. I wasn't necessarily nervous, but I was very focused, he says. Like it was all business. I was a kid, but as I grew up and started to really fall in love with football, I focused solely on that. Ever since those days, they asked him, have you developed any pregame rituals? He said, I don't necessarily have any pregame rituals, but I've worn the one sleeve in every single game I've ever started. And that's pretty much the only superstitious thing that I do. And they asked, how far back did that go? He said, it goes all the way back to his junior year in high school when I first started on the varsity team. And I was out there in one sleeve in Denver when it was just 11 degrees. Neither of these super athletes were successful by wishing it to be so or using superstitions. They developed successful habits. But what I'm taking away from what Brady and Mahomes is saying is that Brady willed his way to success with hard work and always being the best. And Mahomes loving the game and completely obsessed and focused on it. And I think we could probably say that for Tiger Woods. He was obsessed with it. And as he said, his mind was his biggest asset. What both of these, or all of these superstars have in common is a will to win, superstition or not. Tiger would wear his red shirt on Sundays. Superstition or not, they have developed daily skills that have worked to get them to the level of success that they have today. But they all seem to keep a lucky charm with them just in case. And I think it is the feeling of success of having that lucky charm with them. It's the emotion of confidence that the charm gives them. And the reason maybe that we all do have superstitions, we believe in rituals, is to give us a sense of familiarity, a sense of confidence and emotion that we can relate back to a prior success, an anchoring of that feeling of success in that other moment through that object each time we have it, so that it does become part of a success habit and a feeling of security. Even a blankie as a child serves the purpose of feeling more secure and comforted. We all need that. I hope you can use some of these success habits for your life and to have it to help your team win. Even Colin Powell, prior Secretary of State, if you're going to achieve excellence and big things, he says, you develop the habits in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude. There's that state of mind. So if superstitions are the precursor to repeating daily habits for success, then let us keep the success rituals going in our everyday lives. So instead of doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, how about keep doing the same things over and over again that drive your success to continue your success? So what will be your lucky charm of life and success? Question mark. So until we meet again, thank you for listening. Please support our podcast by rating, reviewing, and subscribing. Please. That is how you can show your support. And remember to use and practice. That's the most important part of this. The skill you learned today to feel more secure, successful in your life. And go to our website, anxietysimplified.net, for more on how to get a certified emotional support or psychiatric service today. if that might be your lucky charm to feel more secure and safe. But this is by no means a replacement for therapy or any medical attention if you need it. Always reach out and take care of yourself. Or if you are feeling like you ever want to hurt yourself, there's always someone standing by at 1 800 273 8255 or call 911. And remember to share the love that you do feel. All for now.